Welcome to Crimson Tide Connection, where we visit with your favorite coaches and players. And I'm joined today by Todd Bramble, the head coach of the Alabama soccer team. Coach, you head into SEC play with a 5-1 non-conference record, your best non-conference record since 2005. Just talk about this season so far. What have you seen from this team?
Well, we like what we've seen so far in their work ethic, how they've come together as a team, how they've played together. And I think we've managed this first part of the season pretty well. We didn't have any sort of disasters or upsets. Unfortunately, we took a loss against a good Maryland team this past Thursday night. But everything that we've done has really prepared us for the rigors of conference play, which starts next weekend.
Talking about that game against Maryland, it was a tough physical game. It came down to the very end. How does playing a team like Maryland that's so physical help prepare you for the SEC play?
I mean, they would simulate a lot of the teams in the SEC. They're a quality side, great athletes. They're good on the ball, tough defenders. So they've got all the qualities that all of the good SEC teams have. So it's something that you can't simulate in training. You need a game like that. We came out on the short end of a stick, but it certainly was a great night at the Alabama Soccer Stadium. A great crowd turned out, and hopefully. Even though they didn't get a chance to see us win on the night, they could appreciate the quality of play and what a high-level game it was, and got some enjoyment out of that.
Talking about that crowd, you have to be pleased with the crowd support you've had so far this year.
It's been fantastic. It's been great to see the community out. Some groups from the community, the Tuscaloosa United Soccer Club came out in full force on Thursday night, and that sort of added a lot to the crowd. And some of the student groups, were real. Crimson Chaos always does a great job. The rugby team was out, saw a lot of student athletes in the crowd. It's really inspiring, to get those type of turnouts and for our team to be able to play in front of crowds like that. So we're extremely appreciative. It's
got to be great to have that kind of a turnout for non-conference games. When you're heading into SEC play, you got to think it's going to get even better. For sure. I mean, we got to go on the road this weekend, but when we come back that next weekend to play Georgia here, on a Friday night before the football game on Saturday, there'll be a lot of excitement around campus, and we hope to contribute to that on Friday night. Now you start SEC play this Friday when you travel to Tennessee. Just how is it getting into SEC play, and especially with the addition of Texas A&M and Missouri, how does that change the SEC landscape?
It just makes the conference tougher. Those two teams in particular on a national level are very, very good. So, the RPI of our conference, the strength of schedule for us is tremendous this year. And now, we're faced with playing 6 consecutive Friday, Sunday, SEC weekends, and then, of course, always finishing with Auburn, the last game of the year. So, it's going to be the teams that are going to be successful in the conference this year are going to be teams that are not only talented but deep, and it's going to be a little bit of a survival of the fittest.
You travel to Knoxville on Friday night. You take on Tennessee at 6 p.m. The Vols are 5-1-1 on the season. How do you feel like you match up against them?
Similar to Maryland, it's going to be an even game. I think they've got a new coach. I know him well. He was at Maryland before, actually, so I know him from our time in the ACC, and so this is his first year at Tennessee. So we will be his first conference game ever. It's on their home field. They've got a talented team, so we're going to have to go up there. Both teams are going to be fit. Both teams are good on the ball. But for us to be on the road, we're going to have to be mentally tough and emotionally tough to handle that environment.
And on Sunday, you go from Knoxville to Baton Rouge to face LSU. That game is at 1 p.m. and it's broadcast on CSS. How do you feel like you face up against the 4-1-2 Tigers?
Another formidable opponent. Traditionally a team that's finished in the top half of the conference. Has won SEC West championships recently. Very good team, well coached. They'll have a great crowd. It's going to be a tall task for us to go out and get results in both of these games. But we're really looking forward to the challenge.
So Alabama fans, come out Friday if you're around Knoxville to see the Tide take on Tennessee at 6 p.m. And then on Sunday, any fans that are around the Baton Rouge area, come out at 1 p.m. to see the Tide take on LSU. For head coach Todd Bramble, I'm Chris Fringland for Crimson Tide Connection.